sponsored game site, WordTip, scoured Twitter data to locate the cities, states, and countries that do it best. Sweden took
Good morning, America.
with an average.
I hope everybody had a good night's sleep. Hope you all had a good time on St. Patty's celebration. Hopefully you guys were safe and smart and not drink and drive. You're a fool if you're out there drinking and driving. Taking a risk of yourself or better yet, risking other people's lives while you're drinking and driving. That don't fly with me. I'm watching my morning news. Sometimes the news is kind of scary and sad, you know.
I'm Joe Rad, and after right time zero. In March, I will be 90. And it's been a wonderful journey.
Little old lady, you don't even look like you're one bit in the 90s. You look like you're only in your 50s.
Because they are all in the field, and they're a blessing to each one of us. There's not one here that don't love us. And Winchester Place is a home of love and caring and being there for you.
It's still Truck Month here at Litchfield Ford.
What was that for?
Seems like we missed it last month. That makes up for it.
Custom order your new 22.
I know one thing, y'all. I got to get myself in a better organization wise.
Custom order 22 Ranger and receive 0% for 60 months, plus an additional $1,500 in total discounts.
Go to LutchfieldFord.com to help you spec out your new custom order.
Do you know what else is custom order, Jay?
What's that?
A custom fit is in store at Miracle Ear. Introducing our first ever in-ear custom rechargeable with new Genius 5.0 technology. Enjoy the discreet look of an in-ear hearing aid without having to buy and change batteries.
Oh, it's gone here yet. It's pretty early yet.
Rechargeable is also Bluetooth compatible. Take advantage of special savings during our Better Hearing for All event. Buy one ME Energy and get the second one half off. Call 877-469-3277 or book online at miracleear.com.
Let's take a live look at Interstate 57, which is open again this morning after a deadly crash in.
Yeah, that was sad about those people in that Interstate 57 down there by Poplar Bluff area, Mississippi County, Missouri. Multiple vehicle crash. Bunch of people's lives got demolished. I mean, ended. Sad, heartbreaking.
But the exact circumstances surrounding it are still under investigation.
Notifying the families, we begin the process of positively identifying the remains that we have in our care.
It's sad when people lose their lives. We got a lot of problems in this world. You know, from everything, every day deal. We always have problems.
He says anyone with
And I don't know if anybody would agree with me on that.
With authorities should contact the Missouri State Highway Patrol Troop E headquarters in Poplar Bluff. You can find more about the crash on our website, kfbs12.com.
Well, today and actually this week is Flood Safety Week, and it's something that we know very well in the Heartland. Flooding definitely comes in when we have not only thunderstorms and heavy rain, but that's been contributing to some areas in the Ohio, Mississippi rivers, even some areas near Big Muddy, and that could persist for days. So we're going to kind of break this down a little bit and talk about flooding. Flood fatalities, at least this is a graphic from 2010 to 2020, and Missouri is outlined there in that red box. And Missouri and Kentucky are, in fact, within the top 5 states across the U.S. that have the highest fatalities due to flooding. So in the Heartland, it is something we do have to take seriously. Now, fatalities from flooding could be anything from driving in the flooded waters, walking, boating, being at home working, or falling in. So, of course, we want to continue to drop these numbers through the upcoming years. Something to keep in mind is most flood fatalities occur when people drive into flooded areas. So just make sure if you're
if you're going to drive through flooded areas, you're going to have to think of safety, go around it, take an alternative route. That way you don't wind up in the water, causing yourself to get killed.
We're going to break down, because flooding flooding can get a little confusing. The difference between a flood advisory, a flood watch, and a flood warning. When we say warning, we want you to take action. This typically is going to be issued when flooding is happening or is going to happen soon. So we want you to be ready and be aware to take action at that moment. When we have a flood watch out, that's going to be issued when conditions are favorable for possible flooding. Now, it does not mean that flooding will occur, but that it is possible. So we want you to be prepared under a flood watch. A flood advisory, that's going to be when a weather event could cause a nuisance. So flooding isn't necessarily expected to be bad enough to issue a warning, so we want you to be more aware.
I haven't been over the Bill Emerson Memorial Bridge yet lately, but I might go out there today.
Before a flood occurs, know your area. Know if you're in a flood zone. Know where you can go if you have flooding around. Have flood insurance to protect you if a disaster occurs, and prepare for a flood. Things such as cleaning your drains and gutters to prevent flooding in your basement or in your home. Keep valuable documents